Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Jake Reilly, and today I'm reviewing this 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Alright, so this is a 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited. Underneath the hood, we have a 3-liter V6 with about 240 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque. So let's get into the styling. So starting with styling, I'm going to talk a little bit about the interior of this car because that's kind of where it shines. So the leather inside of here is really nice, and you have this really nice wood trim that goes throughout the dash. And I just think it looks fantastic. It's very clean inside here. Alright, so also in the interior, you have this really beautiful screen in the middle here. And for a 2014, this is really nice. You can see your trip, you can see your gas mileage, your radio comes up on here, whatever mode you're in. You can also see your phone, speedometer, different information such as transmission temperature, which if you ever needed to know what temperature your transmission is. But yeah, you can check everything on here. It's really nice. And also on the steering wheel here, you can answer and hang up calls. You've got voice recognition, and you've got these paddle shifters right here. So when you put it in the sport mode, you can control the gearbox with your hands right here and kind of act like you're in a sports car. All right, so continuing on with the styling, we have these massive wheels in the front. These are 20-inch wheels. Also, you have these really nice headlights in the front. Now, these are LED, and for 2014, I think they look fantastic. The paint on this is also really nice. It's a pearlescent deep red. And up in the front here, you have the signature Jeep grille, and it's in silver, which just accents really nice with the rest of the car. So like I said, in the front of the car, you have these really nice silver accents on the door handles, on the trim around the windows here, and on the front grille, which just goes really nice with the red paint. You can also see that the Grand Cherokee text right here is also in that silver. I just think it complements the car really well. And as you can see, we have these little panels right here, which are kind of meant to take a beating if you were to off-road this car. They work so that you don't chip the paint. All right, so sitting in the front seat and talking about comfortableness, you still have the same leather seats, which is really nice. And you have this nice black wrap steering wheel here, and this is actually heated, so during the winter your hands can stay warm. So onto the movement of this seat, you have power adjustable seats. You can go down and up with them, and you can rotate them, kind of angle them forward or back. You've got right here your lumbar support. You can adjust that in 4 different ways, which is really convenient. You also have all these really nice knobs here, and they're all wrapped in this really nice material, just kind of very grippy. Now also you have this rear view mirror here, which is auto dimming, so in case someone has their brights on at night, it'll dim for you, which is really convenient. And then you also have a 911 button on it, which is just convenient in case you were to get into some trouble. And then up here you can program in garage door, 3 different garage doors, and you have your controls for the sunroof here, which is really nice. And your shifter right here is really nice. It doesn't have different positions, so it's kind of fixed in place, it takes a little bit of getting used to. And you have 2 cup holders here, which is really convenient. They're deep enough to fit a lot of drinks. And you've got a storage compartment right in front of you, and you've got a little storage compartment up here where you can put sunglasses or money. All right, so with the key, you have the lock and unlock button, and you've got the trunk opening button. And then right here, you actually have this button, which if the car's locked, it'll let you start up the car remotely, which is really convenient if you need your car to warm up on a cool day and you just want to get the heat going. The other interesting thing on the interior is you have this little knob selector here where you can choose between snow, sand, auto, mud, or rocks. So if you were to off-road this, and this is a 4x4, it's also got a hill descent mode and a 4-wheel drive low function, which is really convenient. And then also the center console here, you've got 2 different compartments. So you've got a smaller one where you could probably put CDs, pens, pencils. And then if you open it up all the way, it's a lot deeper, and this is where you could store notepads or water bottles or whatever you need to put in your center console. All right, so onto the practicality of this car. I mean, this is a SUV, so it has a lot of space, plenty of legroom for the passengers in the front and in the rear. And the trunk is very nice, and you can fold down the rear seats if you need even more storage. This isn't much of a performance car, but you do have that 3-liter V6 with 420 pound-feet of torque, which is really nice if you need to tow anything or get out of a off-roading situation. The 0 to 60 time is right around 8 seconds, 8 to 8.5. So it's nothing crazy, but what you would expect from a decently sized SUV. All right, so onto the handling. It's kind of what you would expect, right around 4,500 pounds. So it's nothing fantastic, but this is definitely made for off-road, especially with your different mode selector here. The nice thing is you do have the paddle shifters in case you're, if you want to feel like you're in a race car, it's really nice. And it does have a sport mode, which is cool. And the four-wheel drive is nice, but it's nothing fantastic. This is an SUV. All right, so inside of the Jeep Grand Cherokee, it's a really nice place to be. Everything's very comfortable and right where you would want it to be. You can fit people in the back, and having this sunroof, especially on a day like today, is really nice. My favorite part probably is the screen on here. It's just, it looks fantastic, and having all those different gauges is really cool. And being able to put it in sport mode and have the paddle shifters is really a fun thing to do. So let's go out on a drive. I'm gonna drive on the highway, on the back road, and then through stoplight traffic, and then we will score this car. All right, so I just did some stoplight traffic driving, and this thing is just fantastic. Compared to the other cars I've reviewed so far, it's so nice. It's so quiet in here. All you really hear is the radio, and it just soaks bumps up. Everything's really comfortable, and the paddle shifters are definitely fun. All around, like, it's a really good car for stoplight traffic driving. The visibility is also really decent, so when I get on the highway, I doubt that'll be a problem. All right, so I'm about to get on the highway, do a little bit of stoplight traffic driving, and we're about to get on the on-ramp. A few other things I found out about this car while driving it that I didn't list earlier is on the back of the steering wheel, right at your 9 and 3, you have your volume and channel selector, which is really nice. You can turn up the volume with it, and you can also, there's a button in the middle, which I think is for preferences, and then you also have your like favorites button, which is really convenient. You don't have to reach anywhere but the steering wheel. So right now I'm in drive. When I get on the highway on-ramp, I'll put it down into sport, but overall it's a really smooth ride. I mean, on these normal roads, stop and go traffic, the automatic is really nice. It's not lurky or anything. It just kind of goes, and when you need it, it'll downshift for you. The only thing that is kind of a little bit annoying, and it's honestly probably just because I'm used to driving smaller cars, is that it is bigger. You are sitting up a lot higher. So that's something to get used to if you don't normally drive big cars like an SUV, but it is really nice. I love the instrument cluster. So let's get in the lane now to merge onto the highway, drop it down into sport. If you click one of the paddles, it'll put you into like manual, well, like pseudo manual. So we're in 4th gear right now. This has 8 gears on it, which is really nice because gas mileage, it's really handy. So downshift, 3rd, 2nd. All right, so I'm in 2nd gear. We're about to get on the highway. Give this guy a little bit of room in front of us. All right, so 2nd gear, let's just, all right, so knocked my camera over right there, but 3rd gear, it pulls for sure. I'm gonna have to merge, so let me, it definitely has the speed and the power you need. I mean, this isn't a sports car. It doesn't like put you back in your seat, but there's definitely the oomph there that you need. I never thought I'd say that word, but you know, now we're reviewing cars, so I got to use those fancy words. But yeah, so overall on the highway, it's very smooth. I mean, I can't feel any bumps. Very little correction needs to be made with the steering wheel. That might just be the alignment on this. It kind of just goes in a straight line. The chairs are really nice. There isn't necessarily the side support that you would expect, but I mean, it's an SUV. You're not going to the track with this, and if you are, you're going to get the higher model that has the Hellcat engine in the front. This just has the normal V6. But yeah, visibility is great, especially back here. It's really nice. I can see behind me really clear. We've got the sunroof, which is always just nice to be able to look there. So I'm gonna take an exit now since we've driven a little bit, and try to find a back road to drive this on. But overall, it's done really well in these categories. I think the one place it's gonna lack is in acceleration and handling. But I mean, you have to come to expect that with this car. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this review. I want to do a quick update on the BRZ because I haven't done a few videos of this in a while. But like I said in a few videos ago, I have some really big plans for this car, and it has to do with Subaru's rally history and the side of this car. It's all visual, no performance, unfortunately, but I think it's gonna look fantastic. So stay tuned for that. If you guys are enjoying these reviews, just let me know, because I'm having a lot of fun making them. I'm filming the Jeep one right now, but I just wanted to do this little update to talk to you about this. As soon as I get this BRZ 2.0 set up, then I will be doing a video on it. But yeah, let's head back to the review. So I just took it on some back roads, and it's not fantastic, but it works. It's definitely heavy, and you can totally tell that it's an SUV. I mean, some cars are good at hiding the fact that they weigh a lot, but this car, you can definitely tell that it's heavy. So I'm gonna go hit the drive-thru. I'm not gonna film it because it's kind of what you would expect, but I will definitely score it. So I think at this point, we're just gonna head to the Jake score. All right, so starting off in the daily category, this is an SUV, and I definitely don't think it looks fantastic, and it receives a 4 out of 10. Practicality, this is a very nice car, and it receives a 9 out of 10. Trunk space is fantastic, and having the 4 doors is really awesome, especially being able to tow stuff. Comfortableness, it receives a 9 out of 10. I think this car is extremely comfortable, especially with the heated seats and the heated steering wheel. It definitely lacks some of the newer features that a lot of these 2019 cars have, and that's why I gave it a 9 out of 10. On the performance, acceleration, it's nothing fantastic, and it receives a 5 out of 10. Handling, this is a very heavy SUV, and it receives a 2 out of 10. Onto the different types of driving, I gave it a 9 on the highway, 1 on the back roads, and an 8 on the stoplight traffic driving. Highway's really good, but it doesn't have lane keep assist and a lot of the new technology. Back roads, you can definitely tell the weight of this. I gave it a 1 only because the paddle shifters are kind of fun. Stoplight traffic driving, I gave it an 8 out of 10 in the stoplight traffic driving. Gas mileage isn't fantastic, but it's definitely a comfortable place to be. Onto the drive-thru, it receives a 10 out of 10. It's nothing really to worry about. Thrill level, it receives a 1. This car wasn't really made to give anybody a thrill, and it's more just a daily driver sort of car. Add it all up, and you get a 58 out of 100 for the 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited.